Pivot tables in Excel give us a flexible and interactive way to present and work with data, allowing us to add filters and change variables quickly in order to assess it. So here on screen, we have a sample dataset of a music promoter. This includes relevant information about the artists booked over 14 Saturday evening gigs. There are a wide range of artists booked across 6 different genres. Because the promoter is new to town and their last town was only interested in watching mime artists, they're inexperienced in booking anything other than this, let alone from such varied genres. The table shows us the name of the artist, the genre, the number of tickets sold for the gig, the price for the ticket, the total revenue, i.e. the price of the ticket times the number of tickets sold, and finally the overheads, the cost of booking the artist and the fee for the venue. In order to find out any more information and work with this data, we can use the pivot table function. We highlight the area that we want to consider, and then we click Insert on the top ribbon. After this, we can click the pivot table option on the left. Here, we get a dialog box called Pivot Table from Table or Range. Because we've already selected our area, this is noted here in the Table Range box, as you can see. For now, and to make this nice and easy to see, we allow the default option of New Worksheet for the pivot table to be placed in and click OK at the bottom. From here, we can see the variable options in the right-hand Pivot Table Fields window are defined by the headings in our table. We can now drag and drop these into the sections at the bottom of that Pivot Table Fields window. Rows and columns give us just that, rows and columns, whilst values let us print the value of a given variable. Filters allow us to define those values further, should we so wish. If we wanted to know how a change in price of tickets for a given genre affected sales, we could check for this. Seeing a genre is one of the main data points we want to view, we can put that into rows like so. As we want to compare this to prices, we should pick price of ticket as the one to go in our columns. Now, once we drag tickets sold into the values section, we can see how many tickets were sold at each price point, and this will offer us some valuable feedback. Simple. Once you've mastered this setup, you can quickly capture all sorts of information at a glance. Try having a play around with pivot tables to see what you can create. The main notes from today's session are on screen now. For more on pivot tables or for any other academic skills support, please do consider watching our longer video on pivot tables with this same dataset on Moodle.